It's week 9 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jamar Chase, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Bengals and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. At the midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Second down and 8. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on...
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. That's the safety, Von Bell.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Gun. Cut.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And he will get into the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and a yard. A good play action with Love. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he'll be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. A 2nd down throw for Love. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
That one is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Higgins sent in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Backs to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's the veteran Zach Moss. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. One quarter in the books. It's the Bengals on top. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarter.
And he'll be taken down. They got it at the 50-yard line.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
From the gun, it's Love. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a 1st down. Here's Jacobs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Love. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Sam Hubbard, the Cincinnati Kid, in to bring him down. the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their running back, Zach Moss, to take over once more. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Coming across the field, there's Chase. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here we go.
2nd down, Burrow. Eric Stokes, the man there defensively to break that one up. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A huge play just before the half. And even 30 yards. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. That is caught side of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 14-6 lead. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Rashad Bateman, a touchdown reception. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This is Turner. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. On first down, Burrow. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. It's easy to make your quarterback look good when you can just get open as easily as he has in this game so far. I mean, he had the big first half, remember, but here in the second half, he just continues to add to these numbers here in the third quarter.
He'll try to run it here with Moss. And he'll take this up past the 30-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Burrow. He'll throw it left and has his running back. A gain there of 16 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down. Burrow to throw. A quick slant taken by Chase. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second half, just doesn't look like they've made many adjustments in the attempt to slow him down.
They bring Chase in motion. Play action now. It's Burrow. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's Dobbs open left side. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Green Bay first down. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they're down 8 here in the final quarter. A touchdown, a must, as they come out for first and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. Big play coming up for the Pack, as they're going to go for 2. Love to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the safety, Von Bell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Gun, gun. Gun. Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Burrow now. That's complete. Jermaine Burton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. To the goal line and in. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up one, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. He's got it. And the Bengals will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Love. He runs with it. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Love. He'll take off again.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his team...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time. Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Love. He'll let this one rip. Looking for Watson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Moss. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. A run over center with Moss. 1st down and more inside the 20. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Another try with Moss. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Packers going to use their final timeout now. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. One final chance for this defense, and here's 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Moss. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. 4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. Here's Love to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.